What is up, disc golfers? Today on Iceberg TV, I'm really excited to bring you the long-awaited review of the Discmania Splice. I know a lot of people bought these. This is the Kyle Klein Triumph Series Edition. It's got the cool back stamp on it. But people want to know, how does this disc actually perform? How does it fly? Is it worth throwing a collector disc? Is it going to be a good addition to your bag? And one of the bigger questions is, how does it actually compare to a Firebird or a Sexton Firebird? And just to answer all of those questions for you, I'm going to go over one thing at a time with this disc, and then we'll sort of wrap it all up at the end. As far as the look and the feel of the disc is absolutely amazing. Made in Sweden, Latitude 64 plastic. It's so good. It feels really grippy in the hand. It's definitely a more premium quality plastic compared to a lot of the older Discmania discs, in my opinion. I think this new plastic is a big upgrade compared to a lot of the older Discmania stuff. That's my personal opinion. It's not too flexy, but it's not too stiff. It's just a really nice mixture of plastic. The blend is awesome. It's really hot, and you get really sweaty in Florida, but it's really easy to keep a good grip on this disc. Now, how does it feel in the hand? It's fairly shallow in here, so it feels really, really great for backhand and for forehand throws. It's not a very wide rim driver either. It's only a 9-speed. So with it being a 9-speed, it's not thick, so you can hold on to it really easily. So female players or players with smaller hands should have an easy enough time holding onto this disc just fine. Now, is it true to flight? 9304 is the flight numbers. And I would say it flies exactly true to those flight numbers. I would put this to be more overstable than a Firebird. So it goes a little bit less far, and it's also a little bit more overstable. I was throwing this disc pretty much full power directly into headwind, backhand and forehand when I was out testing this, and it was literally not affected by the wind at all, but it also goes a lot less far than my Firebird. I would say I get about 50 less feet out of this disc than I do my Firebird, which is a really good thing for an overstable utility disc. The thing that you do not want out of an overstable utility disc is glide. You want it to be predictable regardless of the conditions. You want to know what to expect. The Splice is going to give you exactly that. Now, it's not board flat, but it is fairly flat. So this disc is actually quite flat and is in comparison to a lot of other fairway drivers, but I wouldn't say it's like board flat or FAF. So it's not like an FAF Firebird. It's more of just like a normal Sexton Firebird flatness, which is going to give you that optimal feel in the hand. Now, where does this fit in my bag? That's really the ultimate question. I'm going to bag the Splice for now because my Firebird is a little bit glidier than a normal Firebird because it is so beat in and I've thrown it so many times. Sometimes I do want to reach for a disc that's more overstable than my Firebird, but I just throw my Firebird because that's all I've got and that's all I'm used to. I'm going to use the Splice for shots where I think my Firebird's going to give me a little bit too much length, or if I want a little bit more fade than my Firebird can give me. Now, if you're currently throwing like flat top champion Firebirds, the flight is going to be very similar to this. So flat top champ Firebird is way more overstable than a Sexton Firebird. That's going to be about what you're getting out of a Splice. But if you're bagging Sexton Firebird, then this is going to be a really nice addition to the bag for you. Obviously, I also love supporting Discmania. Right now, I'd say they're my favorite manufacturer. They're just doing so many great things. I love Simon, I love Eagle, I love Kyle Klein. They have all my favorite players. They make some of the best plastic in the game, and I personally think that they have the best molds in the game, and I'm super excited to see what do they actually have coming next for us. And as they continue to win, these Triumph series are also really cool to collect as well for the collectors. Now, I'll throw all my collector discs. I also have some of the Mutants coming very soon, so you can look forward to that review as well. I actually got 2 of those, so it'll be even easier for me to get a nice consistent review out to you guys. Alright guys, just to wrap this review up for you, I really do like the Splice. It's going to be in my bag for the foreseeable future, just to handle those shots where I need a little bit more stability and consistency than my Firebird can offer. Now, that's not something that you need all the time, but when you do need it, you really do need it. So I'm excited to add this Splice to my bag. Congratulations to Discmania. They're making really great plastic out of their new factory, and I can't wait to see what comes next. One last thing, shout out to Vermont. I got my Fox Run Meadows polo on. My favorite tournament of the year, Green Mountain Championships, is happening this weekend. Root for our Discmania boys. They should all be out there throwing the Splice. It's your boy Iceberg Dylan, and take care.